Welcome back to Mindful May. I have been in a very crafty mood lately and have been feeling festive. So today I'm sharing the DIY projects that I've been working on for the holidays. These are very budget-friendly decor ideas, not only because I'm frugal, but I also strongly believe in moving against the grain of society. Christmas can be a very consumeristic holiday, as we all know. There's lots of sales going on, there's lots of reasons to buy new things. You've got people coming over to your home, you want it to look nice, you buy more decor and things to make it look festive, and that's totally understandable. But I wanted to see if I could make my home feel warm and cozy while being simple and beautiful and true to myself and my style, and also be budget friendly. So let's get into it. Starting off strong with project number 1. This is one of my favorite projects. I painted my windows with window paint. All of these crafts are very strongly inspired / stolen from my Pinterest board. I saw some window art and I knew that I wanted to do it on my own windows, and I just think it adds so much. It looks so cute during the day and even better at night with the darkness contrasting the white paint. I went to my local craft store and bought a Posca paint marker for $3.99 and had so much fun painting my windows. I just found a couple of houses and snowflakes to copy from Pinterest and painted them on my window just freehand. They're a little bit whimsical, but that's the way I like them. It was really hard to paint and draw straight, so I just decided they're whimsical houses. My husband said that they remind him of the dancing houses in Amsterdam, if you've ever seen those. We just saw them for the first time earlier this year for our anniversary trip, so that was a nice compliment from him. Number 2 is a twig and twine tree topper. I saw this idea on my Pinterest. I had needed a tree topper. I didn't have one last year because I couldn't find one that I liked, so I thought I'd make my own this year. I had collected some twigs and we have some twine, but my sister let me know that her husband had made one and they weren't going to use it this year, so I actually borrowed theirs, but it was in my heart to make one myself, and they are super easy to make. You just cut some twigs the same length, tie with twine the ends together, and you have a tree topper that looks super cute and natural and whimsical. I personally love it, so I'm guessing next year I will have to make my own. Number 3, pine cone ornaments. I know it seems counterintuitive to put pine cones on a fir tree, but I think they look so cute. On my way home from the grocery store, I noticed some pine trees on the side of the road and lots of pine cones on the ground, and I thought, yes, jackpot, I don't have to buy them from a craft store. I'm not even sure if those ones are real, so I get to have real pine cones for free. So I did a little foraging. I grabbed about a dozen, added some string, and put them on my tree. These are all definitely personal biases towards a more natural looking tree, but I think they look so stinking cute. 4 is a classic cranberry garland. I don't know why I've never done this before. I got a bag of cranberries for less than $2, took a needle and my quilting thread, which is a bit of a thicker thread, and threaded through all of the good cranberries, some were a little mushy, and got this beautiful garland. I love the added red on my tree, and again, I just love bringing things in nature into my home. It makes it feel so warm and so cheerful. Number 5 are fabric crafts. I love to use my scraps for wrapping presents. These gifts under my tree are actually for my husband's birthday, but I'll plan to have a few more for actual Christmas presents. I use some scraps to wrap his presents and to tie bows, and I just love that it's a zero waste way to conceal a gift, and it looks beautiful and natural, and I think it's a little more thoughtful as well. Also with fabric, I used a large neutral fabric that was in my stash for my tree skirt. This isn't really a craft, but it's more of like a thrifty DIY. With some other scraps from a skirt I recently made, I added some bows onto my tree, and I just love the brown and black gingham. I think it's so cute, and the brown goes with the pine cones. It just looks really natural and earthy. I love it. Number 6 is a stocking I made. This is the Novi stocking. It is a pattern by Bethany Lynn. She reached out for pattern testers a couple weeks ago, and I signed up, and it was actually my first time testing a pattern. I was so excited and grateful that she chose me to be one. I honestly had a really hard time choosing the fabrics. I don't have anything else blue in my house for the holidays, but I do love how all these fabrics go together, and it was my first time quilting, so there are definitely some imperfections. The pattern is not cohesive. I kind of ran into a problem there, but I'm still proud of it nonetheless. This pattern is available. I will link it down below. I thought it was super easy, and she teaches you how to quilt in a really simple and understandable way, so I'd highly recommend if you want to make some stockings for you or your loved ones. Number 7 are paper crafts. So what I loved most about this craft was that I went to get the Novi stocking printed at my local copy shop, and they gave me all the pattern pages in a craft envelope. So with that craft envelope, I ended up using it to make some crafts. I made some classic paper snowflakes. This is kind of like a childhood craft, but I had fun cutting them out and just feeling like a kid again. You definitely could do a lot more with these, make them from something a little bit stronger and make a garland with them, but I didn't quite have a vision for that. I just wanted to have some fun. I did, however, make these cute craft paper stars. They're super easy. You accordion fold a long rectangle and then tape the ends together. I can link the DIY that I used down below. I think they look super cute, and again, it's another natural material on my tree, and I love how simple and beautiful they are. Number 8, another one of my favorites, was dehydrating oranges and grapefruits. I did this in 2 rounds. It does take quite a while, but if you're gonna be home all day, it's really simple to do. I slice the oranges and grapefruits, set them on parchment paper in my oven on warm. So I have a keep warm setting, it's 170 degrees. They sit in there, you flip them every couple hours until they're dried out. And then I use them to make garlands, ornaments, and then my favorite was this vertical window hanging. I tried a couple different ways of tying them together and eventually landed on tying knots through each side of the orange with a string connecting it to the next one. I hung them in my window. I don't know if I'll keep them there, but it's the only place I could find that had like a rod to hang them on. So they may end up somewhere else, but I love how they look. I love when the light streams in, when the twinkle lights from the tree burst through the oranges. I just think it looks so beautiful. They kind of glow. I think they look super pretty. They're so easy to do. A grapefruit cost me $1.18. A navel orange I think is 70 cents or something, 77 cents. Not bad. Saving my favorite for last, number 9 were these clay house ornaments. Again, stole the inspo from Pinterest, but that's what Pinterest is for. At the same time, I got my Posca pens. I picked up 3 different colors of clay. They were $1.79 each. I got the white for my husband and then the 2 browns for me. I ended up using the darker color. I got out some of my old pottery tools in order to shape these and roll them out. And you bake them in the oven at 275 for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I use my Posca pen again to add the details onto the houses, and then my quilting thread to hang them on my tree. And I'm obsessed. I'm not even that great of an artist, but I feel like the more details you add, the less you can tell how imperfect the lines are. I just think they're so stinking precious. That's absolutely one of my favorite DIYs I've done. I feel like it adds a lot of charm and life to the tree. That's it. That was 9 crafts. I feel like I could have picked another one just to have an even 10, but that's all I did. I'd love to know which one was your favorite, or if you plan to DIY any of your decor this year. It'd be so fun to like get together with friends and do crafts together or do them with your kids. It was definitely a fun way for me to spend these colder days as it's starting to get down to freezing temperatures, and it even snowed one day. So it's fun to be inside and doing crafts. Well, I wish you the happiest of holidays, a Merry Christmas, and a beautiful time with your family and loved ones. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!